We are the bulldogs. We like it rough. You're gonna introduce yourself?
I don't know what I'm calling this.
Wendy,
Don't make me turn this car around.
Wendy's Chaotic Kitchen.
What? Jesus. Oh, yeah. Okay.
What about Wendy's kooky cookie?
We'll worry about that later.
Let's get baked.
We are making vegan key lime sugar cookies. I am better at baking than I am at cooking, so this should be relatively painless. Painless is the word I want, not painful. Painful is the opposite. Okay. I am using 1 stick of vegan butter, in this case country crock. It's no crock of shit, I'll tell you that much. And in that bowl is going to be the butter, half a cup of cane sugar.
It's organic too. Sugar is sometimes made with bone sugar.
I tend to avoid buying organic because I know what it's like to be poor, and buying organic food is a scam.
Organic sugar is different because it actually is made with different ingredients. But a lot of organic stuff is like the same.
And with us, as always, is popular wife Winnie.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll probably let you do your thing.
No.
Wendy's Chaotic Kitchen has begun.
You son of a bitch. Butter, the sugar, the juice, 2 tablespoons of key lime juice. What does 1 tablespoon of lime zest look like, you may ask? Well, more than most recipes, you'll find that this one is a real humdinger. Or at least it should be when I'm through with it. Now, that's like a fucking tablespoon. We'll go with that. Now I'm gonna use actual key lime juice instead of taking apart the lime because I can just eat the lime later. Because if there's one thing we love about key lime, it's the taste, and like that's the star of the show. Kitchen rule of thumb number 1: key lime is the star of the show. The dash vanilla extract. You checking your TikToks?
Yeah. Anyway, life is confusing sometimes.
Life is
Life is a fuck.
life is a little longer than we expected.
I mean,
So I'm supposed to beat this all together, and already the whisk is just sort of gathering up all the butter. You would think I'm like in the clear.
So you're in the queer here?
What sucks is I was thinking that.
It's a good joke. How do you pride everybody?
So yeah, the butter should ideally be soft. When it's 90-some degree weather like this, don't take it for granted that it's just automatically going to soften, because one would think the universe is out to get me. I should be wearing my Hamsa pin to protect the recipe from
Evil.
Another thing about this recipe is that it's accidentally 100% COVID free. Add egg and combine. We're going to be using a tub of the unsweetened applesauce. Unfortunately, it is the Whole Foods brand, but it's because I needed to buy this, and this was next door. Needed to buy vodka. This is going to loosen things up too. Like a healthy BM, I don't know.
I love Wendy's Chaotic Kitchen.
Makes one of us. So yeah, this is definitely helping with the butter situation. It's a lot easier to talk when you're mixing things than it is to do it on Twitch. Because when am I going to be like, ooh, this guy's calling me the N-word, and now I just stepped on a turtle. Can't real. You can use all sorts of things for egg replacer. You can even use egg replacer. A long time ago, I bought a bunch of boxes of egg replacer from an Amish market because they didn't know what it was. So they were selling it like 25 cents a box, and that shit's usually like $7. That was when I did most of my baking, to be honest. Slowly add flour and baking soda. Well, the baking soda is not a lot, so we're going to put that in first. It's half a teaspoon.
Currently there is a polynite at Trace.
Jesus. Tell us you're a Pittsburgh bar without telling us you're a Pittsburgh bar. Clearly not. There's anything wrong with that. Baking soda. That's part of the recipe. In this house, you know we love flour. Just slowly add it. What the hell, dude? No,
Here, why don't I help
why don't I slowly add and you can stir? What a treat.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, everybody. I would have tried to bilk my parents out of a stand mixer if we had room for something like that. Oh, you know what I totally forgot? The fucking new Ninja they got us. We should have been using that the whole time.
Oh, for Dad.
And not the whisk. So what we're looking at here is 1.5 cups of flour. This is in an outer bag because a small rodent that we call Daughter knocked it over.
The mousey, who is the cat.
It was the cat. What you want to do is keep doing this until it's completely incorporated and a dough forms. This can be a good party game if you have friends around and you want them to leave faster. You can have them help you get stuff out of the whisk.
And is this the part where we let it sit for like 2 hours or whatever?
30 to 60 minutes. I'm a perfectionist due to trauma, so it's going to be 60 minutes.
You have to cover it?
Does not say. Have friends and family members join in. That way they have a reason to resent you instead of ignoring you because you're needy. Actually looks real nice. Well, folks, that's going to be the first half of the video.
Quick recipe.
It's a quick recipe, and maybe I'll be making a bunch of it.
It's time for air conditioning.
This house is prayer conditioned. Baruch atah Adonai. That's about as far as I've gotten so far. How are you doing? How's the kids? Saw little Johnny busted his leg. How do you do that?
I'm trying not to spill an entire thing of coffee into the dough.
Luck is on our side as I speak. The oven has been preheated at 350 F. This has been chilled for over an hour. So what we need to do is roll the balls in sugar, put the balls onto here. It's supposed to be a parchment lined baking sheet, but we are out of parchment lined. So we're going to use
Drumstick spray.
butter style spray. Also, I think you're supposed to use like granulated sugar, but we have powdered sugar because if there's one thing I am not good at, it's being alive. Rather than fill a bowl and possibly waste some, I'm going to put some onto a plate. I'm going to wash the Lord of Christ out of my hands since I have to make these balls.
Since you have to make these balls.
We'll pretend that's a ball shape, and we'll give it a right go, as they would say in England.
How many cookies is this recipe?
I don't know. How many cookies does this recipe make? Well, we're about to find out. The joy of baking. This is approaching 12-ish, if I had to guess. I don't know. Powdered sugar is like ostensibly classier anyway. I'm not sure why that is, but I just came up with that now. For someone that once put on a pair of gloves to open up and put on a second pair of gloves, this is like a little visceral for me.
Good food is messy. Baking is fucking messy.
Baking is chemistry, I've been told.
Messy things.
Messy chemistry, you know, it's one of my fucking memoirs.
Wendy's chaotic kitchen. Messy chaos.
For some reason, every time you say that, I feel like I'm like being shot in the face. It just hurts.
It's just what Nancy would call it.
I didn't want to overdo it, and then we end up with like a big bowl of it unused. You know what I mean? Actually, it looks like we might be closer to 11-ish. It is 11 to 12 minutes, or until it's just set around the edges, because once you pull it out, they will continue to cook. I don't know where my eyes are even looking. If this is what your cookies look like, you have made a massive mistake. Oh boy. Jesus, this won't shut up, does it?
Just need big balls.
Like I know anything about balls anymore. Big butt Raya gazing out the window.
Raya hanging out, looking at the window to see the cars and birds and things. Baby. Her most normal sound is
What do you think? How are we on the oven droplets, as I like to call them?
cookies.
Cookies, that's the word. Just like the Paul McCartney and Wings song, Let 'Em Out.
That's good.
It's good. It's could be lighter.
They're pretty lively.
The one we have is good. It looks like they're holding together. They're just sticking to the tray a little. I think they could be limier.
I think they're pretty lively.
If you like key lime, you can't do shit in half measures. It has to be like, oh, I'm freaking out here. Too much key lime, as the old saying goes. This has been Don't make me turn this car around.
AKA Wendy's chaotic.
I feel like I have a sickness of the soul.